I'd say to start with, our main spokesman and leader is not here tonight. So yeah, we're not used to talking. We're not allowed to normally, so we might struggle.
This is your big chance to spill the beans, then, really, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. But yeah, just give us a potted history of how you guys got together. You know, just tell us the story.
Okay.
How long have we been together? I don't know.
I think we started. We all moved into to this village, Corpusty, roughly the same time, and we've got children of roughly the same ages.
Okay.
And we ended up going to the pub, and we realised that a few of us were all ex-bass players. We got talking about music, and me and Simon, who's not here, and another bloke, Julian, who's not in the band anymore, just got a random selection of instruments and started playing some music just for our own entertainment.
Sure.
And it grew from there, really.
Yeah. So what kind of early influences then? I mean, a string of bass players is not the most promising kind of origin story, is it really? So what's the...
So there's quite a lot of folk music. Danny really likes Johnny Cash, so there were some Johnny Cash songs.
Good call.
And Simon really likes his folk music, and I do. And we all like going sailing as well. Okay. So years ago, we used to sail together. So we did quite a few sea shanties.
Yeah.
It's a good way of having a drink. And we all started making cider together. So we'd pick barrels and barrels of apples and all get together and have a day when we'd hire a scratter and a couple of presses. And there was about 12 families to begin with who would make cider together, apple juice, and then we'd make cider and then have a big taste off and judge each other's appalling ciders until we couldn't see straight. And yeah, I've never won the big prize, which is a huge apple.
Is that the prize for the worst one then, or the best one? You know, I mean,
yeah, the best one is a huge carved apple.
Yeah. If there was a prize for the worst, Joe would have won that.
Yeah.
Maybe next year that's the way to go. You know, a kind of consolation prize.
Yeah. So we sing about cider as well.
So what year would that have been? That would have been before my time, because they said, "Oh, we really need a Squeezebox player." So, do you fancy being a Squeezebox? I've never even held one in my life. So I played an accordion. It did my backing because it was too bloody heavy. Got rid of it and got a melodeon instead. And it's still a mystery to me all these years later, but it's great fun to play.
And I was the non-musician, and I saw these guys going out on a Sunday night and drinking, and it seemed like a good thing to do to me. So I quickly learned the ukulele, just so I could be in the band. There was a theme here.
The job as a drummer, doesn't it? Really, that's compensation. Non-musician. Yeah.
I think that was over 10 years ago. I think so. Wasn't it? It's probably maybe 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And for the first few years, we played. You know, we mentioned a few people that we were influenced by. We played quite a lot of Carter family songs.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah. Okay.
That sort of thing, a few Bob Dylan songs. Mm-hmm. And we literally just play in a kitchen around a table, just an excuse to be sociable and get together, really. And then it slowly developed into playing a few gigs.
And then the singing started to happen a bit more, because it was, first of all, there was just sort of two main vocals, you and Charlotte, wasn't it? And now she's not sort of in the band, and we all felt that backing was really important, and that kind of slowly seeped in over the years. And now we all sing, and it's great because it's a really good feeling for 5 people all singing at the same time. And we swap about as well, and we take turns in sort of singing the main parts of songs, which is, I think, it's probably quite rare. You know, it's not something that you see a lot.
It is really, yeah. But then I guess it's understandable given the sort of social origins of what you do, and I guess you're still doing, really. I mean, that story about ending up in the same village and then sharing all these other kind of pastimes. I mean, if that's not folk music, I don't know what is, really.
Yeah.
I mean, that is so credible, isn't it? I mean, that is so credible, isn't it?
Our favourite place to play was a boat that was 100-foot long boat that was moored up in Wells, called the Albatross.
Yeah.
Lovely. So you kind of stumble down the stairs into bar below, and there would be room for about 30, 40 people down there. It would all be shut in the corner. Did you ever go there?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, only ever as a punter and a place to drink, but I mean, what an atmosphere! It's just lovely, isn't it? Fantastic.
So we'd get squashed up in the corner, and Ton, who was Dutch, he was the skipper of the boat, used to occasionally come down and put his clogs on and sort of flail around the place. And there would be a barrel right next to us, so we would drink until songs got louder and louder, and mistakes were being made.
Great. How have you guys coped with COVID? It's always a key question these days. I mean, do you feel like we're really out of it yet, or what?
I think so. I feel we are.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Don't talk about it.
Yeah.
We just before COVID, we were sort of starting to get a few festival gigs, and we really felt like we were sort of getting somewhere and on a roll. They did knock us back a little bit, but I think we're sort of getting back to where we were now.
Yeah.
And yeah, now things are happening again. It's good.
You think that all that sort of spare time on your hands would make you up your game a bit and sort of want to play more, but actually it's not really conducive for that, is it really?
No.
It's spare time, but you think, well, actually, yeah, you could use that time, but you don't feel like it.
No, did you guys try sort of online stuff as well? Were you doing sort of gigs and trying to share it? It was.
I think we tried once with Zoom, and then we realised it.
It's such a weird thing, isn't it? That's right. Yeah.
But the thing is, as you probably realised, that music is almost secondary to what we do. It's a social thing and a community thing, and I think COVID definitely wasn't conducive to.
Yeah. It's that thing about, the Berry Festival is it's a small under 500 people, feels like an outdoor club session to most of us, and that's the sort of way we kind of like it. I mean, are you guys sort of hankering after the big festival scene, or are you more geared down? Yeah. Say something about that then. That's interesting.
We enjoy a pub, yeah. But we did a tour where we went down through France and played down in the south of France, and then up in Danny's always wanted to go to Andorra as a sort of very obscure place, and we played in a place up there, and everyone was swinging each other around, and then we played in a fiesta in the north of Spain.
Not the car.
We took our families down, so there was 25 of us on tour, all in bands, and that was great. So yeah, we also went down to the south of Spain and played. We busked around Granada, being chased around local police.
Place, yeah, amazing. Yeah. Amazing. Well, yeah. I mean, so this is unusual, really, isn't it? It's like it's almost like the sort of it's like the Waltons form a band, really, isn't it? And kind of, I love it. It's good. So what about the rest of your families? Are they all musical? I mean, are the kids involved yet? I mean, what's the scene there? Yeah.
Meet up when we go off, like next week. This week we're going off to do a gig and taking the bands, and we're all meeting up and doing their own thing. So.
But we do get together as families still as well. But as the children are getting a bit older, and most of them are teenagers now, they're sort of rebelling.
Danny, I'd rather be Johnny Cash than Roger Monty Don. So I don't know how that.
Great call.
How that fits into your apology.
Well, I was a gardener before I became a student, and. Yeah, one day I just had enough of being a gardener, and I'd rather be Johnny Cash, so I wrote a song about it.
We don't actually mind Monty Don at all.
No, we love Monty.
So what can we expect from the set at Berry then? What are we looking forward to?
I think we'll be quite upbeat and lively. I think when we tend to do particularly shorter sets, we sort of look at the set list and we sort of tend to cut out all the slower, quieter ones. We might have the odd one in, but yeah, I think it'll be quite a lively set.
If any song goes on for more than 3 minutes, we don't play it because
we're a bit punk like that.
We take pride in being quite unpolished. We have fun, and you think about the
unpolished.
Unpolished, yeah. And you think, well, the majority of us sort of in a similar position to, you know, we all do it for fun. But when you look at the majority of musicians up there, the last thing they look like they're having is fun.
Yeah, it's funny that, isn't it? I mean, it's kind of weird, isn't it? Yeah.
Our local pub asks us to play quite regularly, and they just stick a barrel behind us, and that's how they pay us. So it's...
you can see there's a theme here, can't you?
Yeah, there's a theme, definitely. Yeah. It sounds very familiar to what we do down here. So, what about ambitions then to, you know, turn it into a money-spinning career? Does that feature in any of your thinking?
Not at all.
I think.
Apart from Danny.
Well, I mean, if
we want to make good.
I think realistically, because you mentioned about bigger festivals and things,
Sure,
if Emily Evis rang up and said, "Would you come and play Glastonbury?" Of course you would.
No, wouldn't you? Yeah, of course you would. Yeah.
But I don't think that any of us are ambitious enough that we'll be knocking on doors and, you know, badgering people to get those gigs. But you know, I think, you know, if we would, if Cambridge or Ely or someone like that, you know, something, you know, the next step up sort of thing. Of course,
it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, and the touring life. I mean, is that something that appeals? I mean, it's something that either, you know, you.
Joe would have to give up his teaching pension to do too. So.
Yeah, traveling around and playing is something that we'd all like to do.
I think we all like travel, so combining the two.
Yeah.
The most important thing is that we enjoy the gig.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than when you see people getting up and dancing and you know, sort of shouting obscenities at the band if it's a particularly raucous one, or if it's a very folky one, people just sort of quietly singing along and nodding their heads because they know the words to everything, and that's lovely, isn't it?
It's nice to be the catalyst of other people's fun.
Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it.
Simon, who's not here, is at Vaughan Williams concert this evening.
Oh, right, okay. So you've got that kind of classical bent as well. Are we going to hear that in the music or not?
No. It involves a level of musicianship.
You mentioned a little while ago about sort of, you know, whether there's a local music scene and whether, and there's another group of musicians quite close by called, I'm not sure what they're called now. They were called the Swanton Movers. And there's a very local level. They're having a festival just a few miles up the village up the road, well, next door to the village to Joe, and everyone that's performing there they're within how many miles of Guestwick? They're all within like a few, you know, a stone's throw away from that centre. And the bloke that's organising it, he was amazed that there was that many performers around. So, you know, I think just having someone, you know, like the organisers of Berry or like this Guestwick Festival or whoever, just those enthusiastic people that do something and get an event going, and it just draws people out of the woodwork. And I think it's brilliant. That's what.
Yeah. We're really looking forward to seeing you on the 25th. It'll be great to meet up in person as well. So thanks for that. Again, lovely. I'll edit this. Do you want to see it before it goes out, or are you quite happy that it's?
Send it out. We trust you.
You've not said anything controversial.
I was going to say we haven't said anything too bad. No. Maybe we should. No.
I was just about to.
See you in a bit.
Nice to meet you.
Cheers, guys. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Bye.